Welcome to Wrestle Rant HD. I'm your host, Angelo Demetrius, and you are watching America's #1 professional wrestling rant show. And this has been an okay week in professional wrestling. Okay, because, well, by my standards, it wasn't as entertaining as it could have been. We've seen some good things, we've seen some bad things, and we're going to talk about all of those. But something that I want to touch on right off the bat at the beginning of Wrestle Rant HD this week is this. The Cody Rhodes-Randy Orton match. That was a match that I thought had been a long time coming. We'll get to that at the end of the show. Something else I want to touch on, the Big Show Mark Henry match. Now, how about that match at the end of Friday Night SmackDown? Big Show was out at Daniel Bryan's aid during the Mark Henry-Daniel Bryan match. The reason I call it the Big Show Mark Henry match is because that's what it ended up being. I mean, come on. Daniel Bryan wasn't going to have much of a show or a match against the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. What was he going to do? Try to put him in a submission hold? I mean, come on. Trying to take any of Mark Henry's body parts and putting him in a submission hold is like, I don't know, trying to make an elephant tap out in a figure 4 leg lock. You just don't do it. Well, it's finally going to be mano a mano. Mammoth versus Mammoth once again at the Survivor Series when Mark Henry has to put the World Heavyweight Championship on the line against the Big Show. Hey, I don't know about you fans, but I am intensely enjoying this rivalry between the Big Show and the World Heavyweight Champion, Mark Henry. I look forward to that match at the Survivor Series and to many things going on between these two in the story in the upcoming weeks. Now, let's talk about the match that's on everybody's mind long before we ever get to it. I'm talking about John Cena tagging up with The Rock, the People's Champ. Fans, you gotta be stoked about this one like I am. The jabroni beating, pie eating, loud mouth raising People's Champ has decided he is going to take the match with John Cena. But let me say this. While he's going to take the match with John Cena's character should beware. Anybody remember when Dustin Rhodes asked Arn Anderson to be his tag team partner on WCW Saturday Night? Now, I know, for some of you young people, I'm going back on you. But hey, stick with me, because I know exactly what I'm doing here. I'm going to stir up your memories by way of wrestling remembrance. Dustin Rhodes had asked Arn Anderson to be his partner on WCW Saturday Night. And, well, Arn Anderson kind of did that. You see, when Dustin Rhodes finally tagged in Arn Anderson, because he needed his help desperately, like any tag team partner would when they're being beat up in the middle of a tag team match, Arn Anderson gets in. He's excited, or at least you think he is. And he's going nuts. The crowd's going crazy. And what does he do? He turns around, kicks Dustin Rhodes in the gut, and a DDT for his troubles. Thanks for coming, Dustin Rhodes. The same thing could happen to John Cena at the Survivor Series. Hey, man. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. You understand what I'm saying? Good. This match should be epic at the Survivor Series, and you would be stupid to miss it. You call yourself a fan, you don't want to miss this match. John Cena, The Rock, versus The Awesome Truth, Miz, and R-Truth at the Survivor Series. You're welcome, WWE. Send the check in the mail. Now, how about Alberto Del Rio and CM Punk? In order for CM Punk to gain a WWE title match this past Monday night on Raw, he had to beat the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. Okay, look, we already went over this. Wasn't gonna happen. Punk, I love you. I think your character's great. You weren't about to realistically get over on Mark Henry. Not unless this was a no-holds-barred match and you were allowed to use weapons. Then it would be believable. So, what does the WWE do to make a believable save for this story? Ricardo Rodriguez runs down to the ring. That's Alberto Del Rio's ring announcer for those of you who don't watch professional wrestling. Shame. Runs down into the ring, interferes purposely in the match, and costs CM Punk his title shot against Alberto Del Rio. Lo and behold, let me say this, that it is a good thing that CM Punk was able to get his match against Alberto Del Rio anyway, because it's what the people wanted to see. I'm proud, personally, of how far CM Punk has come in the business as of late, but I'm even more proud of how far Alberto Del Rio has come as a WWE champion and a Latino, a proud Latino in the business. Good job, WWE, on promoting more ethnic champions in your company. Fans, this is WrestleRant HD. You never know what might happen here. You better stay right there for WrestleRant. Hi, I'm Angelo Demetrius, host of WrestleRant HD. Now, if you're a professional wrestling fan like me, you watch professional wrestling for the wrestling and the entertainment. Listen, watch professional wrestling each and every week. Whether it's WWE or even, dare I say, TNA. Or whatever your professional wrestling choice of entertainment is. Because after all, if you don't watch professional wrestling, you could very well be missing out on moments like this one.
All I have to say is, our partner is going to shock the world because he is none other than the Shockmaster! The Shockmaster! I told you. Oh, God.
WrestleRant HD. If you miss it, well, you just missed it.
Hey Lou! Yeah, Jerry? What do you get when you put a bunch of puppets on a wrestling show? I don't know what. A bad show! Oh! Hey Jerry! Yeah, Lou? How bad is this segment? I don't know. How bad? So bad that the guy doing the puppet tricks is on the floor laughing himself. Oh! Hey, I got a joke for you, Lou. What's that, Jerry? What's funnier than John Cena winning a match? I don't know. What? John Cena wrestling in one. No! No! Oh! 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 Oh!
With the tights underneath, I got the breath of a last cigarette on my teeth. And she's an actress, but she ain't got no need. She's got money from her parents in a trust fund back east. Tongues always pressed to your cheeks, while my tongue is on the inside of some other girl's teeth.
Welcome back to WrestleRant HD, America's #1 professional wrestling rant show. Fans, right here on WrestleRant is where you get scoop on poop. Alright, anyway, what I want to talk about this week is Air Boom. Listen, this is WrestleRant, and we do what we do here best, and that's rant. And that's exactly what we're going to do on Air Boom. Here lately, watching Air Boom, a tag team that's supposed to be energetic, high-flying, and breakthrough, I've just been bored to death. I mean, Kofi Kingston is an awesome athlete in that ring. He's high-flying, he's energetic, he goes all over the place. But then there's Evan Bourne, also energetic, high-flying, goes all over the place. I think that these two are great singles competitors. But as a tag team, well, frankly, I'd rather go out and play pickup sticks or maybe jacks. Heck, I got an Xbox 360. I can play that to death all day long. But as far as watching Kofi Kingston and Evan Bourne are concerned, is it over yet? Oh, I can't believe it's not over yet. Listen, I understand what you want to do with Kofi Kingston and Evan Bourne, but it's about time to do something with them already. And for crying out loud, put the tag team belts where they belong, around the Usos. Hey, don't rush it. Make it believable, WWE. Make it believable. Okay, now, let's talk about the last match that we started to talk about at the beginning of the program. And that last match was this. Randy Orton, or well, it wasn't really the last match. It was kind of the middle match. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Now that actually ended up being one of the better matches of the evening. My only problem with that match is this, is that they called it a street fight. And what did they start out doing in that match with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton? Well, they started wrestling. Listen, how many of you have ever seen a fight on the street? When's the last time you've seen two guys on the street do a collar and elbow lockup? When's the last time you've seen two guys fighting on the street go into a side headlock, one with the other? You haven't. And that's exactly my problem with the street fight that I saw on Friday Night SmackDown. However, let me say this. The match eventually ended up redeeming itself when Cody Rhodes would take Randy Orton up to the ramp and on the steel grate suplex Randy Orton. And then later on, Randy Orton would DDT Cody Rhodes from the security wall. I think that was actually one of the best matches of Friday Night SmackDown, despite trying to throw some wrestling into a street fight. Remember that, guys. Do your homework on these street fight matches. Fans, I'm excited. I'm stoked. 3 weeks away. 3 weeks away are we from the Survivor Series. And hey, don't forget, we're also a couple of weeks away now from a Monday Night Raw where we are going to be rocked by the People's Champ himself, The Rock. Fans, I want to thank you for watching WrestleRant HD like you do every week. You keep us coming back for you. We want to keep you informed and we want to entertain you as we do it. Fans, I want to also let you know that next week's WrestleRant will be a very special edition. It will be WrestleRant HD Old School. So you don't want to miss that. For right now, I'm Angelo Demetrius saying you can see us right here at YouTube.com and on ClickWrestle.com. I am Angelo Demetrius saying to you, goodbye, everybody.